So now that you've pinned your fabric and you're ready to go, you're gonna make sure your machine is ready. So you're gonna thread up your machine, which it is ready to go, and turn your machine on. Now you're going to make sure that a couple things are good before you're sewing. One, make sure that your take-up lever is up. Number two, you wanna make sure the stitch width and the stitch length are at the correct numbers. So the stitch width is at number 0, or you can put it all the way at number 6, whatever you prefer. I prefer 0, so 0. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put your stitch length at 2.5, so make sure the groove matches up with 2.5. Then you need to check and make sure that your stitch pattern is going in a straight line. So on the old machines, it lines up with number 13, and on the new machines, it's number 1. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fabric and I'm going to line it up with the number 15 on the needle plate. So I'll just zoom in here and we'll focus in on the number 15 and the number 20 that are right beside the needle plate. Now what you want to make sure is that your fabric just covers the 15. You don't need to see the 15. You just want to make sure that it doesn't go all the way over to the number 20. So I'm going to line up my fabric just covering the 15. And I want to make sure that the part where the needle is, there's fabric underneath this little circle here because the needle needs to come down in fabric. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my presser foot down just like this. So the circle part of the presser foot goes right over the fabric. Then the most important part now, that the presser foot's down and it's holding the fabric in place, is I need to remove these pins. So I'm removing the pins that were touching the metal plate. And that's because if the needle comes down on a metal pin, it will break, it will shatter, it can go in your eyes, it can blind you. It's very dangerous. So as you sew, you want to make sure that you're removing these needles as they hit the metal plate.